All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about top 10 altcoins that large investors are buying right now. So for those of you that are wondering what are the best cryptos to buy now, again, this is not financial advice. Actually, don't sell any of these projects. Watch this for educational purposes only. I'm going to get into the charts for every single one of these projects, show you what I see, the narratives that are taking place, and why large investors are backing up the truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, because crypto is hot right now with the Federal Reserve meeting coming out. Basically, to summarize it for you, not much took place. They just paused on the rates again, and they're going to keep paused for a while. It's only when they cut rates that the economy might fall apart. So in the meantime, people are getting excited about crypto. So enter with caution right now, okay? Enter with caution, because it's not a matter of if a recession will happen, it's when. Will it be in 2024, 2025, 2026? So as we look at the charts right here, let's dive right in. And let's get into it, because I'm going to be sharing with you what's happening on the Bitcoin price chart, and then also talking about Bitcoin dominance, Tether's dominance, the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then the narratives that are taking place right now. So comment 777 if you're feeling blessed. Comment 777 if you're feeling bullish. The markets are looking amazing right now, and if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, you know what to do. Go into your shed, grab your putter, and take the like button and just tap it in. Give it a tip and taparoo, sink it. We're doing it for grandma. We're buying our house back with crypto. Let's run it. All right, so the first thing let's dive into is Bitcoin's dominance, because Bitcoin's dominance, for those of you that are new, simply means how much of the total market cap is held in Bitcoin's market cap. So for example, if the total market cap of the industry is 1 trillion and Bitcoin holds 500 billion, Bitcoin's dominance would be 50%. Now, as the Bitcoin dominance grows, it simply means that Bitcoin is absorbing more liquidity and performing better relative to altcoins. And so Bitcoin has been doing very, very well. It's at 53%. And what we're looking at right here is the RSI. We're also looking at the moving average convergence divergence. And what we're seeing here is this downward trending resistance that Bitcoin could be coming in contact with here soon. As Bitcoin trends upwards, what happens here is when Bitcoin moves fast, altcoins kind of lag for a bit. And then when Bitcoin cools off, as you guys can see what's happening right now, altcoins are rallying. So we see these altcoins up, 21, Algorand's up 21%, Near Protocol up 31%, Solana, just past $95, looking at the Solana ecosystem. So Solana and then Avalanche is doing well. And so a lot of people wondering, should they be buying right now, Solana or Avalanche, or are there other projects? So hang to the end of this video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some plays that could be doing a 50 or a 100x. Some of them maybe even a 500, 1000x. It's anyone's guess, but I'm going to share with you what's going on. So first things first is the RSI. All right, we're sitting at 59 on the RSI for Bitcoin. Now, one thing that's interesting is the last time that we were up here, the past two times, on 1st of August 2019, and then also on the 1st of December 2020, when Bitcoin's dominance peaked out at about 72%, and then we fell off a shelf, we saw the RSI come back down. We're right around that same level right now, and I'm expecting one of two things to happen. I'm expecting Bitcoin's dominance either to turn around now or to push up a little bit higher to this downward trending resistance, and then turn around from right around here, which is roughly upwards of 57% dominance, and then for us to see a turnaround period for Bitcoin. Now, what would that mean for the altcoin market? Well, if the total market cap of the industry is decreasing and Bitcoin's dominance is dropping, well, that would mean that all altcoins are performing better relative to Bitcoin as the markets are going down. Now, if the entire market cap of the industry is rising, more liquidity is coming into the crypto markets, it means that Bitcoin could still be doing well, but it's not performing as good to altcoins. So where is the smartest play right now in the crypto space? Well, it's in altcoins. And as you can see right here as well on the MACD, when we saw the MACD line cross above the signal line, it was a good time to be in Bitcoin when this was happening for the last bull run. Actually, this was July of 2018, so one of the previous bull runs. And then another time that this happened was May of 2022. And, we saw the dominance drop a little bit after that, but then we saw massive Bitcoin rally from the lows of 15,500 and then Bitcoin upwards of now 44K. And so what we're nearing now is a reversal where the MACD is above the signal line right here. And the last time that we saw this was when we were getting close to a peak for Bitcoin's dominance. And so we're getting close to there now. And I would expect this to happen leading into the ETF approvals, so for Bitcoin's dominance to rally up one more time. I'm more leaning towards that. So these altcoins are having fun right now. I would expect Bitcoin to go crazy going into the ETF approvals and for altcoins to just kind of move up still slowly compared to Bitcoin, but for Bitcoin to still perform better compared to altcoins. And the stop for Bitcoin that I'm watching is $48,500, which is a 618 retracement on the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high. So if we can break this descending resistance and simultaneously the resistance of roughly $44,700 that you can see right here on the right hand side of the screen, if we break this and we push higher and we go into price discovery for the year, then I would expect Bitcoin to move really, really fast leading into the ETF approvals upwards of $48,000. And for that to be the next stop for Bitcoin before we cool off for a little bit. And then I'll explain to you guys towards the end of this video of what I expect to happen for Bitcoin's dominance at that stage. Because when Bitcoin moves fast, again, altcoins kind of stay stagnant. Then when Bitcoin cools off, consolidate sideways, then altcoins start to run, because when we saw Bitcoin drop from $44,000 to $40,000, well, what did we see in the total altcoin market cap? We saw a rally, and we're at $492 billion, breaking out of this key resistance right here. So if we can hold this resistance as support for the total 3, which is crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, if we hold it as support like this, I would expect the next rally for the altcoins to be massive when Bitcoin decides to cool off or it rallies up. And looking at Tether's dominance right here, you can see Tether's dominance has been falling since October of 2023. Now, I know I'm bouncing around a lot because this is a lot of information to take in, but I'm going to dive into these projects in a little bit. So the key here is $48,500. That's where we're watching for the next stop for Bitcoin. And depending on where we're at that time, if the ETFs haven't been approved yet, or if we're in January and it's right at the edge of approval, then we could push a little bit higher than that, because it is a different time frame than what happened back in 2019 during DeFi summer. So DeFi, decentralized finance, was doing very well while Bitcoin pushed upwards of $13,000. And now this time around, we have ETF winter, right? So when ETFs coming into the play, markets are in favor of the bulls right now. It's not a good idea to be bearish until we see the news come out about the ETF. So if the ETFs don't get approved, then that's where Bitcoin could get rejected from the news. And that's when we see Bitcoin trade to the downside, and that's where we could see a 618 reversal right here to the downside to come back down. If the SEC finds something in their bag of tricks to delay the ETF approval, that could happen. So you do need to be prepared for that. That's why it's super important for yourself to know how to take profits, know how to dollar cost average not only into the markets, but out of the markets as well too, without selling your whole portfolio. Because when you're in profits, it makes sense to take some profits, because if we see something like this take place where Bitcoin pushes upwards of $48,000, the ETFs get delayed, and then we see Bitcoin reverse back down to like 33, even 30K. A lot of people called me crazy in the last video when I said it's possible for Bitcoin to go back down to 30K if the ETFs get delayed. And that actually tells me that if most people think that that's crazy, that's actually a high situation, high likelihood situation. So I'm not blowing that out of the question, but right now I am bullish in the short term leading upwards of the ETF approvals, because Tether's dominance has been dropping. And if you look back the last time that this happened, back in August of 2020, when Tether's dominance dropped, it stayed bearish for an extended period of time. And so if we were to see Tether continue to the downside, that simply means money's coming out of, the stable coins and it's going into the markets. And so for 590 days, we've been below $485 billion. And so the next stop, if we stay above $485 billion for the altcoin market cap, excluding Ethereum, the next stop would be about $600-ish billion. So that would be a 382 retracement. And then if we hit that, I would expect the altcoin market to either cool off right here. If we blow right through that, the next stop would be about $800 billion. And so this level is what we're going to be watching next for the altcoin market cap. And we would see these bubbles go absolutely insane because $200 billion would be flowing across all of the top narratives that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video. Now, the number one narrative right now that has been hot is what's happening on Solana's ecosystem, because Solana right now, if we compare Solana to Bitcoin, has been doing very well relative to Bitcoin. And this critical resistance right here at 0.002, which is not actually Solana's price, this is just how relative it is to Bitcoin. So this is the resistance that we're at right now. The next stop for Solana, if we continue to push to the upside, is all the way up here. So that could be $100 to $120 Solana. And so that's something to watch. Am I buying more Solana right now? No, I do think it's a little bit high for where I want to be entering in, but long term, because Solana is performing the best, right now, it passed XRP. It just means that during the entire bull run leading to 2025, this is going to be one of the leaders. And I honestly could see Solana outperforming, well, it already is outperforming Ethereum, but in market cap, I could see Solana being the Facebook to Ethereum as MySpace. I could see that happening because, long term, people say that, Ethereum's going to be the best. That's like the people that were saying MySpace is going to be the best. When a new competitor comes into town, gas fees, guys, who's going to want to pay a retail, right? When retail money comes in, that's when the bull run's really here. And so for retail investors that are putting $500 into an altcoin and it costs a $50 gas fee to be able to buy it and a $50 gas fee to be able to sell it, that's like 20 to 25% of the trade right there that they're already losing. So if they're going to go up 30%, they're breaking even. They're 20, 30%, they're breaking even. Can you see why that makes no sense? So Solana's gas fees are virtually nothing. So that's why Solana is doing very, very well, unless Ethereum can figure that out. Because who knows? They say it's for the miners, but is that actually true? I don't know. You guys let me know. Are Ethereum's gas fees going to where they say they're going, or is Vitalik and other Sam Bankman-Fried pulling something behind the scenes? You guys let me know your thoughts there with ETHgate. But Solana, nonetheless, going to do very, very well. I'm just not entering into Solana right now. But looking here, the reason why is Solana's ecosystem has $152 billion in market cap, because all these projects are going on Solana's ecosystem, and that way people can use Sol to trade into these projects. So they're holding Solana, they're trading into these altcoins, the altcoins go up, they hedge out their profits, they put it back into Solana. That's what's happening. Same thing with Avalanche. And I talked about this, guys. I shared this with you. So for those of you that have been watching this, we talk a lot about XRP on this channel, and XRP is one of my largest holdings, but there are other projects that are going to outperform XRP until the lawsuit is completely done with. And so you have to know how to diversify your portfolio so you're not just sitting here for a year or 2 years watching other people make money. You can make money with a lot of these projects, and you can grow your portfolio in Bitcoin and XRP and the top other projects that you believe in with smaller market cap, low cap, mid cap plays. And so obviously don't buy, don't sell any of these projects. Watch this for informational purposes only, but Avalanche is at $48 right now. The next stop for Avalanche before I see us cooling off is roughly right around the 382 retracement. So that's about $62 for Avalanche. So if we could push higher, I would expect us to see, a correction right here and to cool off at this stage. And depending on where Bitcoin is, if this is into January, or hey guys, if this happens before Christmas and we cool off here going into January, the next stop, if we push even higher and Bitcoin goes up to 48K, leading into the January ETF approvals, is $95-ish right here, which is a 618 retracement for Avalanche. Up to this point, I would expect a much deeper correction for Avalanche to take place. And if we come back down here in longer consolidation period going into 2025, this is what I would expect. So obviously, when you look at these charts, you're like, should I be entering in right now? When it's up 463%, I'm not buying Avalanche. I'm sharing this with you so you guys can see the narratives and you know where to look. Because when you go on coinmarketcap.com and you click on categories right here, it's this category tab next to cryptocurrencies, and you find the name of these projects. There's the Solana ecosystem, and then also you find the Avalanche ecosystem. Look at the market cap. It's $128 billion. So these projects that are going on Solana and Avalanche as two of the top ones. And then there's Atom as well too. And then there's a few others you want to keep a lookout for, such as Optimism. Optimism is a big one. Optimism has broken out, and we can see this double bottom trend reversal. You see bottom number one, this wick all the way down here, bottom number two, ascending support. And then we see this neckline, this resistance at roughly $1.80. We struggled to break out from it, consolidated at it, finally broke it to retest the previous ranges from the complacency stage of this dead cat bounce all the way up here. We're not quite to it yet, at about $2.80. This is going to be the next major resistance. And then the other one after that is the high of roughly $3.20 something right here. But we back tested, we came back down to almost back test the neckline as support, and now we're breaking off of it again. And so I would expect Optimism to do very, very well. Once we go into price discovery, I could see Optimism absolutely crushing it. If I draw the Fibonacci retracement, from the high to the low, if we were to do a 1.618, that's a $4.80. If it were to go to 2.618, that's roughly $7.20. A 3.618 is $9.60, and a 4.236 is $11 right here. So from where we are right now, I know a lot of people think it's not a good time to be buying, but that's 342%. I honestly think Optimism could do a lot better than that with billions of dollars or even trillions of dollars. If we get $5 trillion to $10 trillion in liquidity to flow into the crypto markets, I could see Optimism doing very, very well. Also, the Optimism ecosystem has $151 billion in market cap. So what you want to do here as well too is look at these ecosystem plays. These are like the kings of each of these ecosystems, and go and click into them right here. And then you can see which projects on these ecosystems are doing as well too. And obviously you can see Chainlink right here on, I believe this is Avalanche's ecosystem, DAI. You can see GMX, very bullish on GMX as well too. SushiSwap, I think we're going to have a DeFi phase here with the DEX exchanges. I made a video about that. It was called like the top five projects or top 10 or something like that will make millionaires. And that's going to be DEXs, decentralized exchange tokens like SushiSwap, 1inch, Trader Joe, GMX, and a few others like Cake as well too, Pancake Swap, the ones that did well last bull run. But the biggest gains are going to be made in the projects that are newer, because that's where the excitement is, that's where the marketing is, and a lot of people have heard about a lot of these older projects, but nonetheless, they're going to do well. Arbitrum's going to do very, very well. We see a double bottom trend reversal as well too happened for Arbitrum. The neckline was right here at 98 cents. We broke out from the neckline, went all the way up into this range right here of roughly $1.20 something. And then we came back down, tested it as support, went a little bit below it, and then rebounded back into this resistance. And now we're just kind of in the middle phase right here. So what I would expect is to retest this resistance, to coil up right here for Arbitrum. And if we can break above $1.34, the next stop for Arbitrum would be $1.50 all the way up to the high of $1.70 for Arbitrum. So I would expect some major move for Arbitrum to happen if, Bitcoin stays bullish and Bitcoin shoots up to 48K, the altcoins are going to follow. If Bitcoin goes up to 48K, consolidates, then the altcoins start to go, then that's the next stop to watch for, and we'll reevaluate where the markets are at for them. But Arbitrum ecosystem is $158 billion market cap, guys. So these market caps are over 150 billion for Solana, for Avalanche, for Optimism, for Arbitrum. And so you want to be watching these ecosystems. They're going to do very, very well. These are going to be the leaders, the movers, and the shakers. Now, another one that is breaking out is Phantom. FTM right here. We can see another double bottom trend reversal on the macro, on the daily, where the neckline for Phantom is roughly at 64 cents right here. And so if we can see a break of this neckline, we're about to retest it here soon. I think we're going to push upwards of 62 cents in the short term. If we can break above it and we hold it as support, we could back test it depending on how high we push. The next resistance to watch for is where the support was all the way back here on March of 2022 during this whole complacency stage where people were cooling off, waiting for the next rally based on the psychology of a market cycle. So that's roughly around $1 to $1.05 to like $1.20, right around here. And so that would be a 2x from where we are right now for Phantom. So a lot of these plays, you might be seeing these and be like, these market caps are over $1 billion on these projects. So how much could I really make? Could it be a 50 to 100x for these? These aren't necessarily the 50 to 100xers. These are the ones that are more secure, more stable plays to be able to grow your portfolio by like a 2x, a 3x in the short term, and then you can hedge out your initial, and then you could start trading if you want the lower mid cap and the micro cap projects when those are ready to start going crazy. So right now the play is in large caps, mid caps, and then having some allocation to small caps that you believe in. But if we break this neckline, the next stop is dollar right up here, and then $1.60 is after that, and then the all-time high of $3.30 for Phantom. So keep Phantom on your radar. Also, Theta, we broke out from this descending macro resistance right here, and we're testing the first resistance, which was resistance back here in February of 2023 when we saw another massive sell-off. And so if we can break this, the next stop is right around $1.68. If we can break through there, it's a massive gap between that and $2.70. So just like I talked about in previous videos, how crypto works is you have a breakout of a range to retest a previous range of resistance. You consolidate at it and you face some resistance where it struggles to break through the roof. And then once you break through the roof, you shoot fast to the next level and you gain a level. So you either gain a level or you lose a level depending on if support and resistances break. And so if this resistance level breaks, the next one is $1.60. If we break through that one, sometimes if the markets are hot, if they're spicy, if they're feeling zesty and lots of money just comes in, you can just blast right through resistances and you skip a grade. That's like being a smart kid in school and not, you color inside the lines, you get the straight A's and like, okay, this kid's way too smart for kindergarten. Let's put him in the second grade instead of going to the first grade. And so you can jump grades. Whereas maybe if you're a 20-year-old and you're in 8th grade and you get held back a grade, that's like losing a level. Okay, now you're technically should be in college, but you're still in high school. Okay, that's dropping support and going back down to the previous levels. And that's if the markets aren't hot. But right now the markets are hot. So some of these resistances could just break and we could fly really fast to like $2.70. That's another gap right here that I'm watching for Theta. So that would be like a little bit over a 2xer from where we are right now. But where we are from the all-time high, $15, guys. So when you think like, oh, well, only a 2x, I want a 50, I want a 100x, look how far we are away from the all-time high for a lot of these projects. We're a 12x away. So that's like turning, if this project, if Theta goes back to the all-time high, that's turning $1,000 into $12,000. So it's like turning $10,000 into, $120,000, so not telling you what to put into these projects, but we're just seeing the first breakout. This is the disbelieve stage. So at some point, depending on how high these projects push, if we push all the way up here, we see a deeper correction happen, a consolidation period going into 2024. And then we see further breakouts to the upside to retest, the high of these falling wedges. Because when you see a falling wedge like this, a falling wedge just simply means, this one, like this isn't really falling wedge, it's like a falling channel right here. Or if we were to draw from, right here, it's kind of a falling wedge, right? So a falling wedge, the target is usually the high of the wedge. And so right now we're at this resistance. And so the high of this falling resistance of all the way upwards of $15, I don't see why this project couldn't at least get somewhat close to that. Same thing for Algorand, guys. I talked about Algorand a while back. I was just a little bit off in my timing, obviously. I talked about it about 20 cents right here, and I said if we break this resistance and hold it as support, Algorand could push up higher. That didn't happen, and we saw it fall off the shelf, go into the bottom of the bear market, and then we bottomed out all the way down here, and now we broke it. Now we're breaking out for Algorand, and so Algorand's next stop is anywhere between 27 cents back to 30 cents, and so I've been holding my Algorand since here. I'm at about a break even right now. So, for people that are entering Algorand right here, I've been holding since April of 2023. I'm very bullish on this project. And so I could see Algorand, pushing up here, consolidating if we push higher in the short term with Bitcoin, upwards of 44 cents to 46 cents. If we don't, and we lose, if we go to this resistance and we get rejected from it, then Algorand could come back down to 16 cents and then consolidate right around here. But I don't think we're coming back down to the low for Algorand. The markets are just too bullish. The narrative is too exciting. And how far away are we from the all-time high? $2.80. We're at 24 cents right here. So that's roughly a 10x for Algorand. So this project right here just got beat up during the bear market, but it's one of the ISO. I think it's one of the ISO projects. Correct me in the comments below. But there's 3 resistances to watch for: between 27 and 30 cents, 41 cents and 46 cents, and 67 cents and roughly 72 cents, give or take a few cents here and there. We don't need to get too analytical here, but these are the 3 key resistances before a correction, okay? So if we blast through this one, gain the next one, the likelihood of a correction gets higher the higher up we go. So the likelihood of a correction here is less than right here, and less than right here, and less than right here. Once we get upwards of 70 cents, if we just keep moving up here, we're not going to go up forever. I would expect a deeper correction to happen at some point. And so just be ready for that. We don't know how high these are going to go up, depending on how much liquidity and money just flows into this whole entire industry and how big these bubbles get with Bitcoin sitting at 44K. But if we start seeing, guys, if we see Bitcoin blast through the 618 and go to 50K, 55K, 60K, ETFs are approved, in January, and then all of a sudden, like, massive amounts of money is just flowing into these projects right here, I don't see why we couldn't be testing the all-time high for Bitcoin and these projects just to be blasting through these resistances here. Obviously, no guarantees there. You got to move forward with a very calculated approach. Just be very grounded and be very prepared. But what I expect to happen next is decentralized exchanges to go crazy, like PancakeSwap. Cake was a big performer during the last bull run. Is upwards of $45. It's at $2.50 right now. This is insane. So that's about a 16x for PancakeSwap. And this is a mid-cap project right here. And so this resistance that we're at right now, which is roughly $2.50, upwards of $3. So if we push from here to the next resistance, it'd be about $5 to $5.70. So that's about 100%, a 2x to that resistance. The next resistance after that was support all the way back here. And so how far away are we from that? It's about 300%. So I think that's a 4x. Yeah. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, that's about a 4x right there. And so this would be how far up I think we could go before a correction takes place. So a 3 to 4x on this project is possible. Again, no guarantees. And then we see, some type of correction take place, as we push up here. If we have one final push, then we come back down for a little bit and just work our way into the next bull run. So we'll see how deep we go on the corrections coming up. There will be a correction. When it will happen, anyone's guess, but leading into 2024, recession talks is what could cause the correction to take place. And so XRP, another project, guys, this is phenomenal right here. It's just been underperforming, but XRP's next stop is the high of post lawsuit, July of 2023. If we can blast through there, I don't think that we're going to get rejected from this again, although we could. I think the next move for XRP when we start working through here is just to move right through this to $1.30. I think that's the next move for XRP. Then we kind of consolidate within this range right here, because that would be the descending resistance if we were to draw from the high of $3+ right here in 2018 to the high of 2021. And that would also simultaneously be a 618 retracement for XRP at about $1.30. So I think that would be the next stop for XRP, $1.30. So how far off is that from where we are right now? That's about a 2x. And so I honestly am more bullish on XRP than a lot of these projects because it's not as risky, it has clarity, and it hasn't rallied yet, okay? It's not as risky as a low cap or a mid cap. It has clarity. They won the lawsuit, and it hasn't rallied. It's sitting at 62 cents right now. So you can't go wrong with having some XRP in your portfolio, even if you guys are more bullish on gaming or AI coins right now or meme coins like Bonk, you can't go wrong. Another project you can't go wrong with, even though the chart looks absolutely disgusting, is ICP. It did look disgusting, but now the chart's starting to look good. So now people are starting to talk about it. I predicted this. I'm not right about everything, but this is one of those things. I give myself a little pat on the back. Congratulations to those of you guys that caught this as well too. We were talking about this right here at this descending resistance, and I was saying that in this chart looks exactly what I was talking about. If we can break this and we hold it as support down here, the next stop would be these levels right here. And guess what happened? We blasted right through them, and we're kind of in the middle range right here. I was expecting some period to stop at $9.60. Well, that's where we're consolidating at. So we breached above water, and now we're kind of like bouncing back down to retest this level right here, which was resistance back in June of 2022 and July of 2022. So that's where we're at right now. So we're kind of cooling off at this phase right here. If we come back down lower to like $7 or $6 within this range right here, I might even add to my position in ICP, because I would expect a bounce and a consolidation within this range. And then eventually the next stop for ICP is about $15, like I talked about. And so if Bitcoin stays bullish, the rest of the market stay bullish going into the ETF. ICP, amazing, guys. By far the best tech in crypto. And I made a video saying if I had to sell my entire portfolio and pick one project other than XRP, what would it be? Out of everything in crypto, it'd be ICP. So this is like my number one or number two project. So XRP, obviously, I'm the most bullish on because it just has that narrative that's like the dark horse, the phoenix spawning from the ashes based on what happened in 2017. XRP is just a laggard, right? Bitcoin rallied for like 500 days while XRP did nothing, and then XRP outperformed everything. So why wouldn't that happen again? Bitcoin's rallying, altcoins are outperforming. Nobody looks at XRP. Like I was watching a video by Elio Trades. He was showing his portfolio, and he didn't even mention XRP. That tells me why XRP is going to be the dark horse, because no eyes are on it. Virtually nobody's talking about it. We've been talking about it every single day, and when XRP popped into my life, it was from God. So all credit goes to Christ, goes to God. That's why I think XRP is going to do well. ICP as well too, just popped up, and I was like, what is this project? I did some research on it, found out it's the best tech in crypto, and so ICP is going to do very, very well. My price target, guys, which I could be wrong about, but for this bull run in the long term going into 2025, I don't see why this project on a pessimistic scale, very, very pessimistic, $80, on a semi-pessimistic, about $200 to $300, optimistic scale, $500. Absolute like crazy bull case, $1,000, okay? Absolute crazy. So I'm expecting right here this resistance of a roughly $77 to $80 for ICP to hit. And so wave number one, we're in the middle of wave number one, wave number two, wave number three, corrective wave number four, and then wave number five, wherever we go up here. And then we see the bear market come in 2026. So I would expect ICP's chart to be one of the greatest comeback stories in crypto history. Why? Because it was manipulated by the greatest con artist in crypto history, Sam Bankman-Fried. So for people who haven't done their research, they don't even know the reason why this chart looks like this is because this was manipulated by Sam Bankman-Fried and all the VCs selling off and them cashing out because he pumped up the price and boosted Solana from ICP. So that's something to note. Now looking at Bonk. Okay, meme coins. Now let's take a shift down to DGen Av. Okay, this is complete. Be careful. Make sure your pants are around so you can put your pants back on right here. Get your toilet paper ready because you're gonna need a new pair of pants after this. But Bonk, 19,600%, absolute degenerate gains right there. That is insane. So that's performing so well that you could go down to freaking Ross and buy 10 pairs of pants for the gains that you made in this. Disgusting. 289 days though. Bonk rallied up right here. Bonk performed from launch. It performed 9,400%. That's what, a 900x or something like that. What is that? That's a 900x, right? And then for 289 days, got absolutely destroyed. It dropped 96%. So do you think, yes, it's easy to say now, well, if I should have bought Bonk. Of course you should have. At this price down here. Did you? Maybe you're a multimillionaire from Bonk or a billionaire. I don't know. But right here, if you're just looking at this chart, you're like, yeah, I don't know if I should enter this. This meme coin's probably going to fall apart. All of a sudden, something came in. VCs come in, pumping this market up. What are they doing? They're spurring the meme coin rally. This happened last bull run. Meme coins are now going crazy on Solana's ecosystem, on Avalanche's ecosystem. Meme coins on ICP as well, too, are going to start popping up. Even if meme coins on XRP, hey, XRP, Dev, if you guys are watching this, start working with some meme coins on the XRP ledger on your ecosystem and watch what will happen to XRP as well too. But 289 days and then it rallies up. So is it smart to be buying Bonk right now? Not the smartest. Sure, it could push higher. I think bonk it could rally higher. Who knows how much higher this is going to go before a deeper correction comes in? It could look something like this, where if Bitcoin keeps going and bonk is just like pushing upwards of 4, 5, $10 billion market cap, eventually we're going to see some crazy type of crash for bonk at some point. Right? This happens to every product. Happened to Dogecoin, happened to Shiba Inu. So bonk is like the new wave of meme coins that are happening right now. And so, just enter with caution here, because sure, you could see, another massive move. You could gain a 2x, 3, 4, 5, maybe up to a 10x with bonk still, maybe even higher. I don't know. But right now, the ship hasn't sailed on this. It's just that the market cap's up there. So for example, people are looking at projects like this, like dog with hat. A dog with hat. So stupid that it's working. $280 million market cap. This is a mid cap. Again, don't buy these projects, guys. I'm just showing this for example purposes of what's happening. The reason why this project is seeing $200 million. Can you fathom that? Dog with hat. $280 million market caps. It's so dumb that's why it's working, because human beings, guys, we are so stupid. I'm stupid sometimes. I wake up in the morning, I don't even know what planet I'm on, where I am, what day of the week it is, and you just got to laugh at yourself. But it's on Solana, right? Solana. So Solana's ecosystem, Solana meme coins. That's massive. So for example, this one just launched December 23rd. Wait, December 23rd. Is that right? No, December 19th. So I was like, it's December 21st right now. Yeah, it launched in the future. No, it launched on December 19th, and it's in a rising wedge right now. And so what I would expect to happen for this project right here is, because the momentum is in favor of the bulls, I would expect, if the markets are hot, for this to break, go into price discovery, and for this project to absolutely start moving. And it'll peak out somewhere upwards of maybe 500 million, a billion, as money flows out of bonk and into other meme coins, because bonk has already seen its gains. Because think about it. If you're a smart investor, which I know you are, I don't have to insult your intelligence. When you're coming in the market looking for the next 50 to 100x meme coin, when you look at bonk and you're like, this already has a $1.3 billion market cap, to 50x, this one would need to go to $53 billion. The likelihood of that happening right now, with a correction on the horizon, a recession on the horizon, is not as likely as something with a $200 million market cap to go up to a billion or a $2 billion market cap, right? So that's what investors are thinking about. They're not thinking about the XRP. XRP has some of the strongest partnerships, strongest tech, legal clarity, everything that everyone could ever want in a crypto project, yet it's still stuck, okay? So don't fight what's happening. Learn from what's happening and leverage it so you can become wealthy, right? So you can become wealthy, because you better have your bags packed in the right projects that are going to move, so you can be able to accumulate more of the legit projects that you believe in, like XRP, like Bitcoin, like other solid tech projects that you can comment in the comments below. So dog with hat, quick disclaimer, guys, for a lot of these projects that you see, for example, like Avalanche, or Solana, or some of these other projects. I do hold some in my portfolio, and no, by making this video, it's not going to pump these projects at all. Like $1 billion market cap or $200 million market cap, it's not going to do anything to them. It's really just dependent on marketing, community, VCs, and what the whales are moving their money from. Like people that have billions of dollars in their wallet, or 500 million. I ain't that loaded yet, okay? So we'll all get there together so we can buy everyone's grandma's house back. We're buying the whole block for grandma, so she can have a barbecue in everyone's backyard, because grandma's cooking is always the best. So we need to buy grandma the block back. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need to look at projects that have low market caps. Now, here's an example of one. Is it 12 million? Absolute degenerate play here. Okay, don't buy this. Just watch this, and I'll show you what happens with these projects. A lot of these projects remain undiscovered. Nobody talks about them, but if they have a strong enough narrative that gets pushed out there, then what takes place is they get the momentum and they pull a bonk, right? They get bonked out the roof. So they get bonked out the bank. 12 million. This is OMI, KAMI. It's at 1 cent right now. And this project has actually been bullish. This project launched a while ago, but the reason why this project right here, I think could do something well, is the chart looks very good. The chart has been trending upwards. We see a cup and handle formation right here. And so if we were to take the depth of the cup, which is right here, 0.004, upwards of, even the high of 0.005, 0.015, and we were to put that at the top, that would bring it to this upward trending resistance at 0.04. So where is that? There's no guarantees this is going to happen, obviously, but that's about a 220% away to this resistance before the next correction could take place. So because we're in a bull market right now, if we break this resistance and go into price discovery, I would expect this to be the next stop before we see a correction, consolidation, and then reevaluate where we are in the markets. If Bitcoin turns bearish, we see a rejection for the 618, then meme coins will get destroyed. All right, meme coins will get destroyed as Bitcoin sees a massive sell-off. So just be careful here. How high could this project go? I mean, we could blast right through resistance based on where this market cap is, on what's going to happen here soon. It's only at $12 million, guys. A 10x is $120 million. Bonk is at 1.3 billion. Okay, so this is where the big money is made in projects like this. Now, one thing that's interesting is we spotted this on Twitter. They posted this a little while ago, December 15th. And we posted this in our Telegram group to show you guys what we found. And if you want to get access to this Telegram group, just go to the link in the description below or go to bullrunners.com, subscribe to our video newsletter so you can get this information first so you can see this. And again, it's all public information. And I like to find this stuff and deliver it to you to help you buy grandma's house back. But 11 more days and this tweet goes live. A year ago, Omikami was at 63K market cap with 427 members on Telegram, 205 on Twitter. They say if you invested $1,000 back then, it's worth now $200,000, which is crazy. They said today's December 26, 2022. I am setting this tweet to go public in 1 year. On December 26, 2023, and then they stated the facts. He says, we better be at 100 million in market cap when this tweet goes public. See you in the future. Now, here's one thing that's interesting about this is this project right here. Who created this project is Ryoshi. Now, Ryoshi Research on Twitter, 207,000 followers, no posts. And this was the reason why there's no posts on this account is because Ryoshi is the founder of Shiba Inu. Ryoshi founded Shiba Inu, left the project. There was some argument or something that took place behind the scenes and kind of sticking it to the SHIB team, deleted all the content and the posts about Shiba Inu. Watch this video. So that tweet goes live in 5 days and the market cap's only $12 million. So we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but going to the website, 1 billion fixed total supply, 0% pre-sale in team tokens, 100% liquidity lock to Uniswap. And if you scroll on the website, it actually goes up. And if you guys have ever been on Apple's website that they made a while back, this type of website is freaking awesome, man. Most of the websites in the space are junk, they're trash, but for a meme coin to have a website like this to show everything from their roadmap, and as you're scrolling, it's moving all this stuff through. Very well done. So this wasn't just thrown together real quick to, do a quick pump. In fact, this project's been out for a while, and if we look at the chart, it launched all the way back here in September of 2022. And so where was Bitcoin in September where was the altcoin market in September of 2022? So September of 2022, we were still in the bear market. We were in a downtrend. These altcoins were seeing massive, massive sell-offs. And so this project right here has been in an uptrend since then. Not many people know about it, right? No one's talking about it because they didn't see that video. So share this video with a friend. Maybe they should check it out. I don't know. I wouldn't put any money into it if you don't want to change your shorts at Ross every single day. All right. You might crap your pants with the gains that this one could do. Who knows if it will? Maybe it goes down. But risk to reward ratio for projects like these guys, this is how you make money in crypto, okay? You look at the risk, you look at the reward, you look at the market cap, you look at the circulating supply, the self-reported circulating supply. I think they need to adjust this with CoinMarketCap, but it says the max supply is 1 billion, self-reported circulation, 99% is in circulation. So that could be really good. One thing that's also good to look at is the market cap and then the fully diluted. So you know that there's not going to be a massive dump from VCs that are holding it. So they didn't give a lot of money to VCs, $12 million in fully diluted, 12 million in market cap. It's by far, that's the best that I could possibly see between that, the circulating, all of that good stuff, and then where the market cap's at. Now, the only thing that I see as a downside to this project right here is the name is like hard to say. It's not that funny, you know, compared to Cock Inu. Get some Cock Inu or some Bonk, right? You know, some people have better marketing to it. So, but this is Japanese marketing again. So then again, I could be wrong there because I just don't know too much about Japanese culture, but Amaterasu Omikami is Japanese marketing. And so that's something just to keep on your radar. They're saying the most secure dog on the Ethereum blockchain. Should have done it on the Solana blockchain. You know, that would have been a good move to do on Solana with zero gas fees. And another downside is it's only on Uniswap right now. So only on Uniswap. But also if we go over here to Twitter, they posted this today saying applications for listing Omikami have been submitted to multiple exchanges, and we're looking forward to seeing Omikami on your platform soon. Uphold, Bitmart, LBank, MEXC. So guys, if this gets approved on one or multiple of these exchanges, I mean, that's how liquidity flows into these projects, okay? Spotting these projects when they're not on a lot of exchanges is actually better on how you're in early for some stuff before they get listed on exchanges. So I'm not here to pump this project up. Don't buy this, don't sell this. I just want to show you guys what I find in the markets, share it with you. And then, hey, if Ryoshi, the founder of Shiba Inu, is really behind this project and that video is really real, then I'll see you on the beaches of the moon. So as always, guys, I appreciate you for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with a friend. And if you wanted to discover, if you're a business owner and you have over 10 employees on payroll, if you want to see how you're losing $700 to $800 per employee that you have on payroll, and you want to see a great way to be able to save money on your taxes on that and also help your employees see an extra 4 to 6% on their paychecks at no cost to you, go to bullrunners.com. If you know business owners and you don't have a business and you want to be an affiliate of this is a great way to create more passive income on the front end to be able to diversify into productive assets, you know, like real estate, precious metals, crypto, and to be able to back up your truck for the dip when this wave 2 correction comes in, okay? Because I'm a big advocate of having passive income on the front end. And by the way, as an affiliate, it's free to get started. You don't have to pay any money like a lot of these affiliate programs out there where they overcharge you for some educational course that's regurgitated content from a lot of stuff out there that doesn't even work, and you test it out and you don't even make any money. We're helping people make money, guys. So go to bullrunners.com, put in your best email address. It's free to do so. You get access to our Telegram group. You can learn about everything on the other side. And as always, we're backing up our truck all the way to the bank, grabbing the bags, packing them and stacking them, leaving no bags left behind, because we believe that the spending power of the dollars continue to go down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology is going up. That's the truth. And together, we're going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on bullrunners.com. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.